Hello, we are here, we are at the end, it's season finale, and what a horrible season it is. I can't even remember who we just faced. SGA, who smashed it out of the park. Anyway, we're going with Jabari, Kate, and Guardian today, and I'm being a real grown-up and doing Path 5 all the way, which you'll see in just a moment. This, after having our best war of the season, this war as an alliance was not our best war of the season. So yeah, Path 5 all the way. And then we're going for Spot on 41 and Joe Fixit on 44. So we start off with Jess Jones, which would normally be a Jabari fight for me, but because she's going to shrug debuffs and whatever else, there's no point being able to bleed her out. So it's been done plenty of times by my teammates. So we're going in with Kate Bishop. We're going to fire a couple of specials, and the cold snaps will stick, so they won't be shrugged off because they're passive, as we know, and I'll be able to get a couple of these off before she goes unstoppable and I have to deal with her bullshit. Ideally would use a Power Start 1 boost here, but to be honest I had one left and wanted to just be safe, so I haven't done the fight before obviously, so yeah, we've just gone with that for now. And now we're just going to use heavies when I can to refresh. Unfortunately, we've lost one cold snap already, so we're just going to keep the other one topped up here. The next special I throw will cause her to go unstoppable, but she'll be dead before I have to deal with anything. So overall, a fight I'm pretty pleased with. I'm glad she just held off there and didn't punch me in the face, because I do need Kate for the next couple of fights. So, not textbook, could have been a bit smoother, but very pleased with that overall. Now we come up to Havok on heavy hitter, and my initial plan was to go with Warlock, but I was advised that the AI, when you can't parry them straight away, does like to throw heavies. So I figured Guardian would be a bit safer, although still quite slow because of Havok's ridiculous energy resistance. So it would take just a couple of SP1s and special 2. Definitely a couple of times over at least, but pretty safe. I'd rather push him to special 2 because I can dex it easier at short distance, but it's definitely a much slower fight. My Guardian's also rank 4 still, so comparing with the Mighty Munash video that I had to learn from, this was significantly slower, but just as safe. But I don't like slow fights. The most important thing to remember is knock him down with a heavy before I fire my special 2, otherwise I will lose my armour and die from the plasma damage. So used to Guardian's special 2 being an absolute nuke, this was quite depressing. But we're getting there. Almost done now. And that's that. Luckily it's the only Guardian fight I've got. Well, nothing lucky about it really, he's a great champ. But we're back to using Kate now. Again, we're going to use her for Spider Ham. Same thing, we're going to keep her on Cold Snap so that he can't evade me. Keep him to Special 1, which is easy to dex. And it should be a nice quick fight. I just need to be on top of my intercepts. What I did do in this fight, which I wasn't really aware of, just showing my Path 5 noobness, is that I should have kept my distance a bit more, as the intercepts only count if it's from a medium dash, and my Kate parry stuns, evade stuns, were all from short distance, so it didn't actually count, which was really annoying. Now we wait 6.5 business working days for Piggy to throw his special 1, and then we can get back to it. Yeah, it took me a little while to realise that I just wasn't getting the intercept bonus, so I had to change my game and go for backdrafts instead. Used up my invulnerability there. And then a massive crit special one that really wasn't part of the plan. Slipped on my comedy of errors now because I slipped on my relic and then fired the special one into block. Started to panic a bit, to be honest now, but we can finish out cleanly. And he's down, and the cause of an expensive bunch of potions. Lastly, for path 5, we come up to Chavez. Again with Kate Bishop with Cold Snap Arrow. Only difference here, I made sure to remove Dex so that I can dodge the first part of a special one and then block it and be safe to reply with a heavy. Going with an invulnerability boost anyway because I have enough of them and I really don't want to fuck up. So it's a similar approach to how it was with the previous tactic. Again, by this point I hadn't quite realised what I was doing wrong in terms of the intercepts, so I went with dashbacks instead. Chavez is more dangerous this tactic because she obviously doesn't have the withers on anymore, so she does get her sensors up, which is just going to mean some burst damage if she has any of her negative zones. But so far we're going well. We're keeping heavies in the corner. We've got 2 cold snaps on, so she's ticking down very, very fast. Got a bit lucky there, but not complaining. And yeah, we can just finish her off. Not even going to bother with going for the intercept. The cold snap's enough to finish her down. Final 2 fights now. If we come up to Spot, which is on a bit of a crappy node. We've done it before, not with Spot though. I took Spider Ham here last time, it was very easy. That combined with my previous really easy Spot fight meant I was quite confident for this. Not complacent, but confident. We've got Dexterity back on, max deep wounds. The plan is just to keep spamming my special one and keep my intercepts up, not really bothered too much about Falter, and just get him down. Decent start so far with an easy intercept. He's very quick to throw the special there, which I'm ready for. Again, we can refresh the taunt with another intercept. And throwing a long special, quite a bit of block damage there. And it's all going pretty well. Unfortunately, I didn't quite have my hunt ready here for when he's untouchable, which means I can't counter the miss, and I just got punished there, and then the Falter's going to set in. I tried to go for a special intercept there, which failed miserably, got punished again, unblockable special, and I'm done. That really hurt. There really wasn't much I could have done about that, to be honest. I was holding block and he threw special into my block. So we're going for the cleanup, which was equally terrifying. I was annoyed by this point. At one point, on one hand, we were losing very heavily as an alliance, which was okay. Not really acceptable, but we did have top 10 locked in. But as long as we didn't lose by an obscene amount of deaths, and we were actually starting to approach that number. We'll get to that later, but I've personally had a really good season, and this was just a really crap ending there. That special 2 really bloody hurt. And then of course the untouchable sets in as well, then I'm rooted again, and life is just not good. Failed with an intercept, and I genuinely thought I was going to die again here. So it was just a massive sigh of relief to clean him up there. Spend another huge bunch of potions going into my final fight against Joe Fixit on 44. Again, did that void a couple of wars ago, which made me feel godlike, and then Joe Fixit I've been slaying all season anyway. So again, I felt pretty good after this, although quite a knock in confidence after the mess against Spot there. I figured I'll just push him to special 2, and because of the hazard stuff, I will ramp up pretty quickly and get to the hunt, and I can just bleed him down. So here we go, final fight of my season. too slow to get out of the way of the heavy, and I'm just thankful that Stand Your Ground saved my arse there. Otherwise that would have been a very, very poor start. Got my intercept up, and I'm going to push into special 2, which he refuses to throw for ages, right until my taunt falls off. And I also lose all of my hunt charges as well, because I don't want to push into special 3. So I just have to be on point to dex that. And I've lost my chance to intercept. No taunt, special 1, instant death. I'm just bleeding out. Got to get as much damage as I can in before I pass out. And I'm close to iteming out by this point, by the time I revive her. So dying again is not an option, otherwise I would not be able to finish, or I'd have to just do the 40% revive route and really look bad. So yeah, 2 deaths in my final war. Really wasn't happy. Yeah, there's nothing to say. I'm still pleased overall with how my season's been. By the first death I had in War 1, I really expected this season to be a lot more of a mess than it was. So overall I'm pretty pleased. I was never going to have a massive streak or even a deathless season during this meta, so I'm pleased with that overall. That's the end of my war. We got absolutely annihilated. We annihilated ourselves, to be honest, but we finished well enough to secure the final position of number 7 in top tier masters, which means 10th best ally overall. Had a little help on the way, but we'll take it. Really proud of my group. A special thanks to them overall, especially Hump for helping me out with a lot of the officer admin and planning. I hope you've enjoyed watching the season, and I'll see you for rewards in the next one. Bye!